It's 10 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. It's time for the Coach K Show, only on WSAN Radio.
We're saving the world 1 pound at a time.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. We're in for a treat today, and I really do mean treat. We got Lexus here. I met her maybe 3 weeks ago, and at Rebuilding Black Wall Street, one vendor at a time at A Chicago Bite. And she was one of the first ones who showed up. And you know, when that happens, I like messing with people. And I started messing with Alexis from Jump Street. I was asked for things free. I said, if I buy one, I get 10 free. Just messing with her and all that. But this young lady has got some cookies. Oh, you just don't know. You really need to come out and try her cookies. But before I get going and spilling the beans, introduce yourself, Alexis.
Okay. Well, my name is Alexis, and I'm the owner of Princess Dazzle's Gourmet Cookies. I am 29 years old. I have 3 children and a husband, and I really like what I do. I kind of like ran across baking, just low-key by accident. But yeah, I really like what I do, and I'm happy to be here today.
Okay, for those who don't know you, the first time hearing about you for the first time, tell us a little bit about yourself and how Princess Dazzle Gourmet started.
Well, Princess Dazzle's Gourmet started typically it was mainly just because I love H-E-B's chocolate chip walnut gourmet cookie. It is very good. But one day, I just wanted to try making it myself at home, and I made it, and my husband tried it, and it turned into like just something that I was just doing for the moment because we just wanted some cookies, into something bigger than just that. So that's where it started. But since I've ran across that situation, I decided that, I really like to bake. Like it turned into more than just a hobby for me. And as far as like my business altogether, I just want to build something that people can connect with, like build goodness in the community with what I do, even if it's just in the form of a cookie, just gifting people, making people feel better about their day. Because, the world we live in right now is kind of crazy. But that's why I'm trying to build something that can make people happy.
Okay, so question. How did you come up with the name Princess Dazzle Gourmet?
Well, honestly, it started from me like trying to do something else. I was like, I bought like cups, and I just always wanted to like bedazzle cups. And so I was trying to see about doing that. I've always had like in my mind that I want to do something like be an entrepreneur, work for myself. So it was just like a project that I was working on because I love art, all things art. So it started from that, like the bedazzle turned into Dazzle. And then Princess, yeah, that just fell in place. I honestly can't say why I really called it Princess, but Dazzle, that's where Dazzle came from. And then it just came together. I was like, I want to do something luxurious, so let's do Princess, and yeah.
Okay. So what makes your cookie special from other dessert brands?
Like I said, it's just mainly because what I want to do is something bigger than just, I don't want to just make a profit, and I don't want to just make cookies. Like it's more deeper than that. I want to spread goodness. I'm not saying that's what other people aren't trying to do, but that's specifically my goals. Like I want to make people feel valued. I want people to feel celebrated. And more importantly, I want people to feel like royalty because I am in some sense my business is a faith-based business. It goes around my belief system. which is we are part of a royal priesthood, so it's a scripture in the Bible that talks about that, and um how being part of a royal priesthood, we are supposed to show people the goodness of God, let the light shine through us. So again, that falls back into my Princess Dazzle. I want everyone to feel, you know, I want to be part of the light of the world, considering the situation we're living in now.
Okay. So, since you said that, what are some of your most popular favorite cookies right now?
Out of all the cookies that I make, I am very simple. You would be surprised. I have like all these, really special, unique cookies, but I am so simple. I love the chocolate chip walnut. That is my favorite. That is where we started. Like, um, that was my first cookie. I started with selling those. But yeah, that's my favorite. And then I love peanut butter because I've always been a peanut butter girl. That's me. Um, and let me see what other I like. I think I really like out of the specialty flavors that I sell. I really like the cookies and cream. That's my
Mm.
favorite too.
But last time you were out, you sold out of your strawberry cookies.
Yes, everybody loves the strawberry cheesecake. That cookie was only when I first came, the only reason that I brought the strawberry cheesecake was because my husband was like, "You should bring." He always begs me to make those, and it's not my favorite per se, but it's a good cookie, and lots of people like it. So yeah, I guess that's always been I mean, since I've gotten started, that's been my best seller.
Okay. So the next question is, how do you come up with new cookie ideas and recipes?
I typically just kind of take inspiration. Sometimes I'll see things like desserts, like, okay, people like strawberry cheesecake. What if I can put that in the form of a cookie? Or people like Oreos. Let me see if I can put that in the form of a cookie. There's so many different desserts and things out there. And I just kind of take it and make it my own, trying to make something new.
Okay. Okay. Now, I got this question from somebody who asked me, do you offer custom orders for events, parties, or special occasions?
Yes, that is something that I am willing to do. I honestly could say I haven't, I mean, I'm new into the business, so I haven't necessarily had a chance to cater, but I would love to be able to do that for someone if anyone was interested.
Ooh, yeah. She didn't mention my favorite cookie because she didn't. I don't know why, but I'm gonna mention it. She has an oatmeal raisin walnut cookie, and that's my go-to cookie. The first time she was out there, she sold out. I said, "Well, who bought the last cookie?" The guy said, "I did." I said, "You better watch your bag, so I come over and take it." But that's my oatmeal has always been my favorite. And I'm so glad I ran across you with that right there. And yeah, I did share it with my wife when I came home. That one I did, but the one I got the other day, I ate that one there. Just to let you know. All right, let's talk about your journey. What has a journey been like as a business owner?
Um, so far it's been a little bit challenging. I actually started back in 2024 and I ended up getting pregnant. So I took some time off of the business. And when I first started, things were going really well. Like I was doing maybe 4 or 5, 6 days, I'm getting orders, at least one order a day. I was doing really, really good. Um, but then, as time went on, I was pregnant. So things were a little bit more challenging for me and I had to take a step away, but getting back into it is, I think, a little bit more challenging because I would say that it hasn't been as every single day as it was when I first started, but it's nothing that's too big for me to overcome. I feel like as long as I continue to put effort in, Now I'm in a position to be able to come to vendor events. When I first started, I didn't have a table and all the fancy stuff that I have now. So I wasn't able to do that, but I'm happy that I'm able to get out now and do vendor events and um, just do like the regular if I get any orders during the week. It's been slow. I'll be honest, but again, that's I'm just trusting God and His timing with everything.
Yeah. So, what have you learned about running a business that surprised you the most?
Mm, hmm. Let me think about that question. I would say when I first thought about getting into starting a business, I didn't think about how important it is to really look into like profits and margin and like figure out, what you should be selling your stuff for versus how much you're spending. And that is a challenge, I would say, unless you're really, really, really good with math. I'm hard, don't get me wrong. I'm good with math, but I'm still, just making sure that I'm actually going to be able to grow within my business. And that's another thing that kind of goes back to when I first started, I didn't really know where to start with that. I didn't know anything about profit and margin. I just wanted to do what I was doing. I wanted to make cookies and see it, and share it with other people. So I'm
Yeah.
happy that with that, I learned how to do better with my profits and margin and actually be able to grow within my business now.
So you talking about that profit and margin is I think you take in the equation on all the products you got to buy to make it
Right.
and the profit part of it. But anybody know when you start a business, they say it takes up to 5 years before you see a profit. And
Yeah.
sometimes it may take off right away. But that's the norm. That's the norm they put out there. But I've seen people start a business within the second year. They're starting to make a profit because they're out there pushing their product and everything.
Right.
Which leads me to this question right here. How important is community support for growing a local business like yours?
It is very important. I mean, the support of everyone coming out to Chicago Bite that day was amazing. Like I was not expecting to be able to sell out. So that to me, just having the community support, it is really, really, really important. That's how you grow. Um, I think that is very important.
Okay. So what has the response been from customers in San Antonio since you went out on your own?
Everyone, I have not had anyone come to me and tell me that they didn't like what I was doing or that the cookies were bad. I've only had good experience with everyone that I've sold cookies to. So that makes me feel good. Now, I'm not saying that there's not going to be someone that may not like them, and that's okay. Everyone has their own opinion and their own preferences, but um, that's how it's been so far. I've been getting only good words about my cookies. It's actually building more confidence in me and more hope for what I'm trying to do.
Well, I would tell you, eating your cookies, I did find out one thing about your cookies. They're not sweet. I'm saying
Yeah.
in a way you can eat some cookies, you can taste all the sugar is real sweet. With
Mm.
yours, you taste the ingredients that's in there. I taste the walnuts, I taste the raisins, the oatmeal. There's nothing overbearing in there. It's almost like it was made for me.
So I am not big with like things that are extremely sweet. I can't eat anything that's extremely sweet. So I wanted to make all my cookies balanced. So it's not so sweet to where you can't actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
But they're still good. You still got all the good flavors. It's not just overpowering for people. So I think people like them so much. It's because they can actually eat it without feeling, okay, I gotta stop because this is too sweet.
Yeah, yeah. So when you do come up with something new, who are your test people you test it on?
I actually have my husband as one of my biggest testers. I'm always making things and like wanting him to try all my new recipes that I make. And then his mother, um, also my sister-in-laws, just a lot of close family members is my test tasters. And sometimes I'll send like extra cookies that I may have left over with my husband to work, and I'll have him to, kind of, I call it planting a seed in some sense, allowing someone to try a cookie. You're gifting it to them, but with the intention of possibly growing something from them trying it.
Yeah. You can always pass some my way. I'm not shy. I'm not shy at all. So let's talk about I got one right. Where do you see your business a year from now?
A year from now, I would say I see myself definitely in a better position I'm in now. I see myself possibly making enough to where I can be a little bit more comfortable with my business, because I'll be putting in a lot of work this year, constantly fully or just fully being invested into my business. I can see myself with more of a following on my social medias. Um, and more people talking about my cookies because I'm gonna be getting out. I'm gonna be doing as many vendors events as I can this year. I'm gonna be advertising as much as I can this year. So I definitely can in the future see myself growing more than where I'm at now.
Okay, so I got some other questions, but I want to take the gloves off now. We're
Okay.
gonna take the gloves off. So let's talk behind the scenes. I think we talked about that last Saturday. Behind the scenes, all they see is your finished product, but they don't see what it takes to put this together. So, walk with us. You're being a vendor at a show. Walk to us what you do to prepare to have the cookies baked and wrapping and all that stuff. Just give us a little bit of what you do behind the scenes to have everything ready.
So during the week, I tend to go ahead and start preparing my ingredients. For I plan in advance, like before the week of a vendor event, I'll plan, okay, this is what I'm gonna bring. Um, I'll kind of get like my list together, and then from there, I'll start breaking down each recipe because each recipe typically requires something different. So I'm getting all my supplies together. I'll a lot of times place an order with HEB and go get like some of the things. I mean, everything except for fresh produce because I don't trust HEB. No offense, I don't trust them with um doing my produce. I rather go in and look myself and make sure that
Okay.
I'm good quality strawberries or whatever if it's fresh produce. But yeah, I'll place an order with HEB and I'll go pick it up with like all my dry ingredients and I'll just start preparing, like making all my doughs, like getting them all together, getting all my labels put on my bags and start baking and putting all the cookies in the oven, especially things with chocolate. I like to do all of those first just to make sure that they're fully set before I package them. Because if they're not, they'll get on the packaging and it'll be a little messy. So
Mm.
I'll say that it take the first time it was my first vendor event. Um, it took me a lot longer to get prepared and I had to actually get help from my husband that day. Um and it took us about 6 hours straight just to getting everything done.
Yeah.
But the second time it didn't take me as long. It took me about 4 to 5 hours, which is an improvement because I took some time out and I learned from the first vendor event what I should do
Mm.
in advance to help things go a lot smoother. So Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of how it went.
yeah, and I was blown away when you first came when you first came in. You looked at me. You looked so in and said, "This is my first event." I looked at you. I said, "Really?" And I think I told you, well, you're gonna sell out of everything in here. If this your first event.
You
Just said it, and you did.
Yep,
and 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 stuff. You know what? I'm amazed on. I had chocolate chip cookies. I had all that before, but I am amazed how yours, like when you bake them, the chocolate chip doesn't melt and spread. It's like it's chunky.
Mhm.
And that is different to see that. And is there a secret to that you want to share with us, or you just know what you're doing?
I just say I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for a while. I've been practicing. I mean, I won't say that I've been doing this for like 5 to 10 years or anything, but I would say that I've been doing it for a few years now, and I kind of mastered like that. It really just, but I'll say this: it does depend on the chocolate that you use.
Hmm.
Some people like to use things that are different than the chocolate that I use. Um, and I have to gatekeep what chocolate I use. But um yes, like people, it just depends. Like sometimes people use chocolate bars, sometimes people use chocolate chips or wafers. It just depends. So whatever you use, it does determine the outcome of how your cookie's gonna come out.
Oh, do I have somebody for you to meet? Renee Chalk, this guy makes his own chocolate.
Really?
He's here in San Antonio. He was out at our first um, on Wall Street, Black Wall Street. He was there first, and I've been knowing Sydney for years. And he know I like dark chocolate, but sometimes dark chocolate can be so bitter.
Hmm.
I don't know how he does it, but that is the best dark chocolate I've ever tasted. So I'm gonna call him and see if it's okay and share phone numbers. And that may be somebody you want to get a hold of and maybe get some of his chocolate and have a executive line of chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, that sounds good. I wouldn't mind trying it out because
Yeah.
I love
See,
some good quality chocolate. That's one thing I'm big on is making sure that the chocolate is good quality.
and he makes it himself. He's got
Okay.
a place where he makes it himself here in San Antonio. A lot of people don't know about him, but when I talk to him, we managed to get ourselves in trouble. I don't know how it happened. It's his fault. I tell him that it's your fault. But I'll call him and see if it's okay. It's okay for me to share. I don't have your number. Can you, when you get a chance, can you send me your number?
Yeah, for sure. I'll send it
Okay.
to you.
All right. All right. Since you've been in business for such a short time and not 10 or 20 years, um, let me see. How can I put this? If somebody wants to start a business, what advice would you give them on how to start a business like yours?
I would tell them to first find something that they like. If they're starting a business like mine, find a recipe that you like. Maybe you have someone in your family that have like a good recipe that they don't mind giving you. Start there and perfect it on your own. Make it into your own thing. Sometimes people just give you the foundation and you can turn it into your own thing. So get a foundation started and practice it. Do some testing like with your family. And then from there, once you build confidence in what you're doing, take a leap of faith and just step out there, just put yourself out there and see what happens. Because that's literally what I did.
I
I
like that.
stepped out
Yeah.
there and you wanted to see what happened.
And you run across some good people because, the public can be horrible sometimes.
Hmm.
If anybody deal with the public, they can be, a handful. But as long as you're doing what you're doing good. Now, before we let you go, tell us, how can we support you? How can we stay connected with you? And yeah, start off right there.
If anyone would love to support me, I would say that following me on my socials just so you can stay, in the loop of what's going on with Princess Dazzle's Gourmet, just following us. Maybe if you want to, come out and try the cookies and see what you like. I'm sure that there's at least one cookie that you might like. Um, and just following us, come out, try the cookies, maybe just I don't know. I guess just stay in the loop. Just stay in the loop. Follow us on our social medias. That's the best thing I could say. Just keep in contact.
And if somebody want to order something, is there a website or do they call and place an order? How do they do that?
I have a website. It's called princessdazzlesgourmet.com. You would just go there and place your order and be all set to go. And I do pick up and delivery. That's how I typically handle my orders.
Now, I was going to ask that next question. You answered it for me. But that is a good thing. That is a good thing. All right. Thank you again, Alexis, for coming on the show. I only known you for a short time, and I truly do believe you have a future ahead of you, especially with all your taste testers in the house. Y'all can always adopt another grandfather to come over there and test it, because I would do it. Hey, Ron, we got something going. I'll be right there.
Oh,
but but I do appreciate you coming on, and be sure to support local, follow her business, and check out her gourmet cookies. Everybody is going to be talking about them like I am. So, well, we appreciate you taking the time out and coming on, and just send me your phone number and we'll take it from there.
All right. Thank you for having me.
All right. You take care now.
You as well.
Okay.
All righty. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for tuning in to WSAN Radio. Catch us on our YouTube channel, WSAN Radio SA. Subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button.